Welcome everybody to episode number 25 of the Third Son Gaming Podcast. I am your host, Tyler, joined as always by our co-host, starting with Mike. Mike, how you doing today?
Oh, Tyler, same shit. Stuck with you assholes for an hour. So could be better.
All right.
Could be worse.
Yeah, could be
Oh,
worse.
and not well, almost.
Yeah. Also joining us from up north in Canada, Graham. Graham, how are you?
I'm doing good, and it's nice to see that we've reached 25. I think that means we're actually getting somewhere in life now.
Congratulations, you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. Congratulations all around.
It's a good run so far. And also joining us from the land of the Razorbacks. I gotta say, I'm starting to have Razorback withdrawal.
Who is this now?
I'm starting to have Razorback withdrawal because I've got an entire week of my life without seeing Razorback shit.
Red everywhere, red pigs everywhere.
So, Eugene, how you doing today?
Fantastic. Still recovering from Thanksgiving.
How was Black Friday for you?
Very tiring, very rough. Yeah. But made it. I survived. I'm still alive and talking. So.
All right. So while we're on that topic, Mike, you had your very first Black Friday experience as a shopper on Thursday evening. So how was that?
Slick as a willy, dude. In and out.
It actually went super well.
Slick as a willy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, sure.
I wonder if this has something to do with now people buy things more online now.
I think that had a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Since like Walmart had their midnight sales and Amazon started like a day before, so.
Yeah, and it seemed a little calmer up here too, although we don't get anywhere to the craziness as you Americans for toasters.
Yeah, and having worked in retail for a while, the quantities of stuff that was literally like there just isn't as much as it used to be.
Oh, really?
It's come down, and I think they're adjusting for the fact that people go online now to buy stuff, and the crowds are starting to spike. But literally, Mike's right. We were in there. We got all the stuff we need to get, which is actually quite a few things, and in line at 20 after 6, and it started at 6.
Yeah.
So, I mean, literally putting some in the car and gone by 6:30.
Yeah, like that's what I was like telling my apprentice. The only difference between like Black Friday and like other times, like people go in and like look around and decide what they want. But people for Black Friday, they know what they want, so they're going in for get 1, 2, 3, whatever, and then get the hell out of there.
I'm not gonna lie, I had to go buy some food like Thursday morning, so I went up to the Walmart where we went for Black Friday, and I just walked the store because I had everything staged already, so I could see exactly where everything was, and I knew exactly the route I wanted to take, and just get it and get the hell out of there, because there's one spot in the store that every year turns into just a giant clusterfuck, and that's the movies and games, where they have that's a giant crowd, and like I was in a queue line for an item kind of next to that. Excuse me, and you knew it when it was 6 because all of a sudden you heard all this noise and these people just ripping apart shrink wrap. And you kind of peek around the corner and you see this complete madhouse going on over there. But I actually didn't go over there. I didn't get any movies and games, but I did buy a game the next day. When I went back, I bought The Last of Us Remastered for PS4.
Nice.
Yeah,
good purchase.
So
Totally worth it.
For $15, yeah.
Definitely worth it.
So play through that. I've only gotten like an hour into the game, so I want to go back and revisit it and see about that. Did you guys get anything good? Graham, I know you don't have Black Friday up there. It's like day after Christmas for you.
Hey, I bought frying pans. It was a good day for me.
All right. Eugene, you get anything?
I only bought 2 physical games. I got Far Cry Primal for $15 at Walmart, and then I got Titanfall 2 for $25 at Best Buy. So pretty good deals.
Very nice. Have you had a chance to fire up Titanfall 2 online yet?
Not online. I played a little bit of single player last night just to start off the campaign. I spent like an hour and a half on the first section, just trying to beat the time trial on.
It's hard.
It is hard. Like I can't beat a minute right now. I think my best time is like 55 seconds, and you've got to get like 35 seconds to get one trophy or one achievement.
So is that like the time trial that was in the beta?
I'm not entirely sure. I didn't play the beta, but it's basically where it's like a tutorial to show you how to wall run and shoot guys and things like that. That's all it is. And you have to do it in like 35 seconds. But like I was zooming through pretty fast. Like and I feel like I'm pretty good with shooters, but I guess I'm not wall running enough or jumping enough in the right places. So.
There's shortcuts to take in there, and you just kind of have to learn them.
I'll have to watch some tutorials or something.
Did you get it for Xbox or PS4?
I got it for Xbox.
Okay,
I saw you playing online last night, so I might, if you're willing to, we can jump online a little bit after this.
Absolutely.
But Far Cry Primal, I've been waiting for it to drop down. I love Far Cry games. I've been waiting for Far Cry Primal. I didn't feel it was a $60 game,
No.
you know, but I definitely want to play it and jump into it. And I got a few online deals too through the PlayStation Store. I got a Pac-Man Championship Edition 2, and then I also got Virginia, which I've been playing Virginia a lot of the day today. Pretty good game.
Okay. Yeah. On that note, I also picked up FIFA on the online sale for like $33 or whatever it was, so not too bad.
I did think about you guys though. I was looking at Walmart and I saw NHL 17, and I'm
Yeah.
like, maybe just to be part of the team, you know, I should buy that.
You
But
should have.
And
I
you
didn't want
didn't,
to.
eh? Well,
I didn't. I did not. So I didn't feel it was worth $35.
It'll be in the vaults by March.
True.
So if you
I
have
do
the
that.
EA Access and Xbox One, yeah, but it'll be in the vault then. So all right.
I'll check it out then.
So if you want to help support the show, feel free to send us an email, mail@thirdsungaming.com. You can follow us on Twitter @ThirdSunGaming, and now we have Xbox group, so you can join our Xbox group, Third Sun Gaming. It's all one word, THIRDSUN Gaming, and feel free to join the community there and take part in the discussion. Let's move into news this week. Holiday week here in the U.S., and not a ton going on, but there was some stuff that's worth talking about. Xbox One might eliminate Snap Mode from the console UI in the coming months, and the reason for this is the Snap Mode's built off of kind of Windows 8, and they're looking to get everything to work with Windows 10. So the idea is before Scorpio comes out to have everything kind of in line with that. So they're talking about kind of a picture-in-picture mode to replace it, and we don't know if the replacement's going to take effect right away. Graham, I know you said you use Snap Mode quite a bit, so any thoughts on that?
Yes, I do use it quite a lot, and I do find there's a lot of little things that is annoying about it. So I'm hoping that when they do change this and like adapt a new hood or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
that it works out better. Because sometimes you don't know which screen you're controlling, and then you got to make sure you switch between the two, and there's no way controlling the volume to. So I think there's some things they can come up to improve it. So I definitely look forward to that, because sometimes when I'm playing a game, like even like Skate 3, like I was like playing that and like listen to music on the side. So it's always nice to have that option and be able to like control it. So I think it's definitely gonna be a welcome change, and I think a lot of people will use it a lot more than Snap.
Yeah, and I think it's actually gotten a lot better. When the console first released, it was really rough actually
Oh
to
yeah,
switch
yeah.
back and forth. And
You're right. Yeah, it definitely did improve for sure.
so hopefully the next iteration will be even better. And
Can you watch like Netflix and stuff right now with this current Snap Mode? Because I remember that was one of the biggest features I used when the Xbox first came out. Was
I haven't tried it in a while, but I think you can.
I've never ever watched Netflix in Snap Mode, so I didn't even know you could do that.
I thought they got rid of it.
They might have.
They had. I think they did, because I used to love that, being able to play a game and then having Netflix on the side. So I'll be excited if they do introduce a new picture-in-picture for that, so I can watch my TV show while I'm playing a game.
Sure, and I know there's some stuff you can snap and some you can't in terms of video.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they did get rid of the snapping with Netflix. There's one thing that a lot of the Reddit Xbox community wants back, which is to be able to watch a movie at the same time with your party.
Mhm.
I don't understand why they just don't put this in, and it really can't be that hard to re-implement. But yeah, the vocal few or the online people, they definitely want that back.
Yeah, the pitchforks and torches. Yeah.
No. I mean, I can understand.
I get it
because it promotes. The big running thing on Reddit right now is crippling social anxiety. Now and I know that I fought a 10-year battle with crippling panic attacks, but you don't get anywhere unless you push yourself to go out and do stuff. But this kind of stuff makes it easy for people to don't do well with that to socialize with other people, and I just don't see the harm in having it there. So
it was an awesome feature for Xbox 360. I don't know if you guys remember. You guys could like with a group, like go into Netflix and you're like in a little movie theater and all your avatars are in there, and it's actually a pretty neat feature to get with your friends and watch a movie together like that.
Yep.
I totally agree. And
totally.
You can do that on 360. Hey, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you could. There were a lot of cool things on 360 that were more about a sense of community on the console. Like one of my all-time favorites, 1 versus 100.
Yeah,
I thought was
fantastic. That was such an awesome game show game.
Yeah,
that was so cool.
It was like an event, like whatever night.
And you could win prizes.
Yeah.
You
I
can
was
win.
I actually got into the 100 at one point, and I made it to like the 30s, and then I got bumped. But yeah, I mean that was super fun. That was an experience, and you just kind of set that night. I'm going to do this, you know. So it was fun, and kind of everybody I knew kind of played it.
I totally forgot about that. They need to bring
Yeah,
that back.
yeah, and it just got too expensive because they had Sprint, I think, paying for it, and doing the advertising and everything. So it just got because it's a live show, so they had to pay whoever the dude was that did it live. I don't remember who it was at this point, but they had to pay him too, and it was a live show. So, but if they could find a way to do it differently, something like that would be great to bring back. But anyway, moving on to the news. Battlefield One, great game, outstanding multiplayer. You can, if you want, you can buy battle packs now instead of just earning them through progression. I'm actually okay with this because battle packs only have cosmetic items. So you're not really getting anything that's going to give you a competitive advantage. It's kind of like Rainbow Six Siege, which we'll get to in a second. If you want to buy add-ons, you can, but it's just cosmetic and it doesn't give you an advantage. So
So it's not really a cash grab for EA to like give players like an easy boost in the multiplayer or anything. It's just all
no,
cosmetic. It's
yeah,
all costumes or something.
yeah, and really the only EA games where you can do the cash grab for an advantage is their sports games with the Ultimate Team. Because if you want to go spend some money and buy some packs, you can get a better team very quickly.
Well, I
Yeah.
remember the last Battlefield, like there's something you could buy. I think it's like $10 that could boost you to like a high level like instantly and like get you like fully leveled up engineer or whatever or medic.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
But that
Yeah,
that I seriously doubt they'll do that this time because that pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah.
Also, they didn't introduce that until like 6 months after the game
Yep.
was out.
Yeah.
yeah. I think I even did it like just so I could catch up with my friends. Like I boosted up a medic or something, paid like $10 or $15 to do that. So it's a
I
great time saver, but it just pissed
Yeah,
everyone else off. I'm sure.
yeah, but honestly, with Battlefield, I mean, if you're good with the gun or you're good with the aiming and stuff like that, you don't really have to worry about it. I mean, there are better guns than others, but like with Battlefield, excuse me, I'm sorry, not Battlefield, Battlefront.
yeah.
However, if you run into a game with a high level guy, you're gonna get smoked
Oh, for
left and
sure.
right. It's ridiculous how
Yeah.
unbalanced it is,
Yeah.
but not in Battlefield.
I will tell you though, I think Battlefield One's a different story because you're talking about guns from 100 years ago, and some of these guns are so like inaccurate,
Yeah, you better off
and
throwing it at them.
you really are.
They really are horrible.
So as you level up and you get more advanced weapons that are more accurate, it is a huge difference.
I don't know if they balanced it
So
yet or not, but the medic class was far more OP than the rest of them.
yeah, I found when I switched to medic last night, I was having a lot more success. So I think it's still
Aha.
kind of the case. So mhm. Plus you can rack up points as a medic too pretty quickly.
Well, that's
Yeah,
the secret to
yeah.
my success. So I
Yeah.
hope they don't take that away.
Yeah, but yeah. So if you want to buy battle packs, you can do that. It's all cosmetic items, so have at it. Support the game if you love it. Titanfall 2, a fantastic game. I'm loving online in this game. This is the type of game where online is just made for like the recording clips and sharing them feature on both consoles. Is because there's so much cool shit that happens during this game. It's insane. I think I recorded like 2 or 3 clips today, or today and yesterday combined. Um,
So, what are your
but
favorite game modes in it?
Attrition is what I normally play right now, which is kind of the mix. It's kind of like it's deathmatch, but it's got the Titans and it's got some NPCs. So no matter how good or bad you are at the game, you can feel like you're having fun and having a level of success.
Okay.
So that's actually really fun. And Mike, I know we talked about this in the past too with Titanfall, but like in the first one, even if you're not great at shooters, there's the NPCs there
Right.
that you can take out and you can feel like you're contributing to your team because you are
Right.
and still earn that Titan, and it's a little different now. It doesn't have the countdown to the Titan, but it's still pretty easy to get one. Um, and and once you get in that Titan, it's just so much fun to just go around like wreak havoc around the map
Right.
and do different things. So there's something for everybody in the game, which is awesome.
Do they give you more time
But
in the Titan this go around? Because I know you talked about the countdown, like getting a Titan, but it just felt like they were very underpowered in the first one. Like,
it's no, I don't find them to be underpowered. I think there's a lot of good countermeasures now for when players like get when they climb onto your Titan and try to take out the battery cell and
okay,
and do that. So there's a lot of good countermeasures for that. The grapple hook is a really awesome addition to two, and so you can grapple and throw yourself onto a Titan as a player, or if you see a guy that's like sniping, you can grapple hook him and yank him to you and melee him, which is pretty cool.
Well, I've heard
So,
from reading and reading and reading.
Mhm.
I have not played this firsthand yet. Still sitting there. That in this version, Titanfall 2 versus Titanfall 1, people are saying that Titanfall 2 is not as good as Titanfall 1, and it was much better the first time. And they're saying that there are two Titans that you class Titans that you can use. One of them is Legion, I believe. The other one is something else. It's another five-letter word, and there's probably a bunch of five-letter ones.
no,
But other than that, none of them are viable.
I'm using the Ion class and I'm doing just fine.
So what?
So,
Ion?
I'm sure they did a few things to make it appeal to the masses
yeah,
a little bit more. You know, made it a
yeah.
little bit more streamlined and
I'll
made.
I'll say this: after I played the beta, Mike, I would have agreed with what you just said because I
Okay.
didn't like the beta very much.
Okay.
But after getting the game in hand and playing it, this is a load of fun.
This may be
This is
like I
really
said.
good.
This is secondhand knowledge. This is from
Yeah.
I read this like probably about a week ago, but this could be people from beta who are just spewing. So
Probably.
I
And
don't. I
People
don't.
never haven't even played the new game
Mhm.
yet.
and I will say this: it is currently the highest rated game on Xbox Live. If you go into the store and the
Really?
top
Good to
rated
hear.
games,
It's
it is
getting mad
yeah,
reviews online.
it is the
Good.
number one rated game by the
Good.
Xbox community.
A lot of people are saying Game of
So,
the Year. Definitely a
yep,
pull for Game of the Year.
and it's up
Graham,
there.
do you have it?
No, I don't have it. Hearing you
You
guys talk
suck,
about it
Canada.
make me want to get it.
$25 online right now. Come on.
Yeah, but I can't justify putting my time in. I got other priorities
Oh,
right now.
shut up!
Oh,
You say
it's
the
a,
same shit every time
last
somebody
week.
tells you to get a game.
Dude,
Listen,
trust
I've
me.
done this a couple times, and I'm
My
sticking to
God.
my guns.
This
I'll get it eventually. Listen,
We're
I
gonna
will
take
get
away
it.
your NHL 17, and so you have time to play other games.
I got other ones to play, or you can
Take
take
away
away
your
NHL
Pokemon.
17.
I'll
Well, you
say
can't.
I can
Don't touch my Pokemon.
Graham, I can tell you this. Like because you and I talked about this off the show, right? And it's my fear with Titanfall 2 is like balancing Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 online.
Mhm.
And I'm finding I have no problem doing that because they're so dramatically different.
Yeah.
It's like Battlefield 1 is like, you know, like the horrors of war, basically. Like that is a grim game when you're in it. And it's super fun and it's much more realistic. And then you jump into Titanfall and it's just like chaos and you're like laughing half the time you're playing it because there's so much crazy shit happening around you. Um, they're equally fun. Battlefield One's more for the hardcore, so when you're feeling hardcore and you want to get in there and be ultra competitive, go for it. Titanfall 2, when you just want to kind of have some fun and like I haven't even noticed any deep stat tracking on this. Like it will tell you what you did last game, but it's not big into like KDR and all that stuff. It's just go have fun,
Yeah.
and so it's good. I'll tell you, I promise you will not regret it if you get it. So because
Well, I was hoping it was gonna be a little cheaper for the Black Friday sale. So
I
Cheaper than $25. It just came out a couple weeks
no,
ago.
$50 Canadian up here.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I would
That's okay.
hang in there till the holiday sale on Xbox
50
One on
loonies.
Xbox Live.
Yeah, and there is
Um,
still Cyber Monday too, right?
yeah,
It could go
tomorrow.
on sale digitally, right?
It already is. It
Yeah.
was $25 on Groupon yesterday. So,
Yeah. So
but
Do you,
it'll
do you play PAL games or NTSC games in Canada? Like you play?
NTSC.
Okay, so they're North American. So like one of us could buy it for you and send it up there and give us $30 Canadian. It'll balance out.
yeah.
30
Yeah, there you
So
go.
loonies.
We'll take care.
yeah, because it's that good, dude. You need to play it. Like it's not one of those like, hey, it'd be fun to play with you. It's like this is just a really really good game. So all right, moving. Well, no, what Titanfall 2 actually? I had a news story for it. Then we just start talking about how awesome the game is. The first DLC is dropping on November 30th, and they are taking after what like Halo did with all free DLC.
Oh,
So
really?
every map is free, which I think is awesome because it's not going to fracture the community.
Noise.
Everybody's going to get everything, and I think that's the way to go. The first map we're getting November 30th is the Angel City map, a popular map from Titanfall 1. You're going to get new Titan kits and a pretty awesome new execution called Inner Pieces. So what this is you like teleport inside the body of another player and kill them from within. You like reemerge and explode them.
It sounds like a
What?
Mortal Kombat finishing move.
Yeah. So that's pretty awesome.
Is Angel City the one with the like kind of taller buildings?
Yes.
You're in the
Yep.
streets. Oh, I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
That
it's a
was
real
great map.
popular map from the first one. Titanfall 2 also adding an in-game store. much like the last story we had, where you can spend real world money on cosmetic items in the game. Again, I have zero problem with this. If you want to support the game and you want to get some extra cosmetic stuff, knock yourself out. And as long as it doesn't give competitive advantage. So I like that games are heading in this direction.
I mean,
for sure.
free DLC, and I'll definitely buy a few guns or some gun skins from them if they're giving me free DLC.
Yeah, and it's such a good game. I mean, I've always felt like if you want to support the game, throw a little bit at it in that aspect, because that obviously helps them, right, and
Yeah.
makes more viable. So
No, I agree too. And like you said, like that way you feel like you're contributing to them, but you're getting something for it. So it's not
mhm.
like DLC's like, if you want this, you got to give us money. It's
Yeah,
like, we're going to give you this. And if you would like to give us money, then we'll give you like a cool gun skin or something.
mhm. Like I know for sure I'm going to buy the Battlefield One season pass, and because I want to see the maps. The maps are awesome in Battlefield One. We were talking about this the other night, but Graham, but the what I'm worried about is every DLC that comes out, fewer and fewer players are there to get a game with
Yeah.
because people don't buy it and you have to pay to play.
Yeah.
And I hate games that fracture the community like this. It's one of the reasons I didn't get the Battlefront DLCs.
It's going to keep people playing. It's going to
Yeah.
keep the online community going.
So what was awesome about Halo 5 and why Halo 5 was still a strong community 8 months later was because all the DLC was free.
Yeah.
So I love the way Titanfall's heading here. On that note, Ubisoft is changing its strategy around DLC. It's going to adopt the Rainbow Six Siege model, where all paid DLC is cosmetic to enhance the player's experience, but not to change competitive balance. So all Rainbow Six Siege maps and everything were free, everything like that. So they're going to adopt that model. So anything that actually affects the core game experience, like new areas to play in, new story modes, anything like that, all that DLC is going to be free. What's going to cost money is any cosmetic stuff that players just want to get to kind of enhance their own experience in the game.
Now, I heard a rumor. Are they getting rid of Uplay?
I don't know.
Because
I hope so.
why? I love Uplay. I mean, they reward you for buying their past games, and like I know what Uplay mostly from Assassin's Creed, where
Black
they
Flag.
keep track. Yeah, exactly. They keep track of what Assassin's Creed games I play, and they give me points just for having played them, and then they'll give me points for getting achievements or whatever, and then I can use those points to buy DLC for the games. I thought it was an awesome thing. I didn't spend a penny in like Black Flag or
See,
Unity, but I
yeah,
was able to
no,
buy
Yeah.
a bunch of DLC for it.
see that I'm fine with, 100%. I just hate Uplay because it always glitches on me and like it just doesn't work.
Okay, I never had any
So
issues,
yeah, I've had bad luck with it though.
but
But
I've never used it in like any of the Rainbow Six games or
yeah,
Tom Clancy games, so they may have had issues with those.
yeah. So
Yeah, the Uplay thing, it was really easy to level up like nobody's business playing Monopoly. Because there was a way to play Monopoly where you could just, it was played, what was it? Single player, one computer, and you changed the rules, and before
oh
you
yeah,
knew it, you went from level 1 and you played like 21. And that brought you all sorts of points. So anytime that I
yeah.
ever play a Ubisoft game, I just go into Uplay and just buy all the stuff I want, besides the
Yeah.
stupid soundtracks. Nobody
Maybe
cares.
that's why they're getting rid of it, because people buying Monopoly and getting easy Uplay bucks, or I don't.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
well, and they have that whole Hasbro Game Channel series is Ubisoft too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So if you get like Battleship and Yahtzee and whatever the rest of them were, I forgot. Like the Trivial Pursuit Live, which I actually really
All the
enjoyed.
Hasbro games, yeah.
Yep. I remember just racking up points in that. So, but Mike, on your Monopoly point, I played one game of Monopoly after I got it, and I had 725 achievement points.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's a little insane. But
Yep.
yeah, so I think I love that companies are heading this way with the DLC models. I think this is a great thing for gamers. I hate to see communities get fractured because some people pay for more content, others don't or can't. So it allows everybody to play all the content. I think it's great.
I can see them making a turnaround on this, though. I don't think they'll maybe making as much money as they were before,
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
EA doing it.
Well, I think they're looking at what like Halo did and what Titanfall's doing now, and they're seeing that. But the problem is like those are super AAA games that people are going to buy and they're going to support.
They're going to spend
And
money on it anyway.
yeah, Ubisoft doesn't. I mean, other than Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft doesn't have franchises like that. So
No, not really. Watch Dogs.
we're going to get to that. Not for long, but But yeah, so we'll see how it works out. I hope they stick to it, but I'm a little worried, like you are, that they won't see the numbers coming back that they're hoping for. And but if you make your cosmetic items like creative enough and good enough, there is a segment of people out there that will buy them. So
So
hopefully it's
support
successful.
your favorite games, people.
I mean, they might get that positive response, just like me. I said it. I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna give them money just because they are giving me free DLC. I'm
Yeah.
gonna, I'm gonna spend $5 on gun skins when I wouldn't have before. So
Mhm.
it might work out for them in the long run.
And the other thing too is
Yeah.
it lengthens the lifespan of the game,
Right.
which gives any other franchises more credibility, and it gives them more like leeway to make new IPs, which is what everybody says they want. So
I thought about buying. They had a Battlefront had their Ultimate Pack that came out on
mhm.
Black Friday. Is $20 on Amazon. I thought about buying it, but I was looking at reviews online, and no one's playing it anymore.
Now,
No,
did
no one
you
wants to play it anymore.
did you see what the on the PlayStation Store sale for Black Friday, Battlefront like Ultimate Edition or whatever it is, with the DLC packs and everything,
All
it was
the
like
DLC.
$13.
$13. I didn't see that one. I did see like the
Yeah,
regular Battlefront for like $7, but
yeah, and I think it's
I,
still up.
I might check that out. I mean $13, but still, like, is anybody going to play it with me? Is
I
there
don't
going to
know.
be enough people
I don't
online?
know. I mean, the game is
If
fun,
you're worth it,
but like Mike said, it's unbalanced. Or
right?
it
Yeah,
was.
and I'm not too multiplayer focused with my game, so I want a single player.
Yeah. No, you won't get that till next year. So,
No.
all right, now on to the aforementioned Watch Dogs 2. Um, Mike, I know you already circled 2018. You're holding out. You got the date circled for Watch Dogs 3. You might be disappointed
Just a little.
because Watch Dogs 2 um, sold 80% less copies in the first week of release than the original Watch Dogs did. And
Well,
that is a recipe for not getting Watch Dogs 3. Your
It's because they
thoughts?
took out the genitalia.
Yeah, probably.
Because they patched that.
Mike,
well,
your thoughts?
like I said, boys and girls, everybody who's been listening to me rant and rave about the Watch Dogs in the first place, he shoots, he scores. You know, people learn from the first one. Like I said in an episode a long time ago. I was tired. I walked out and put my guy in front of a car that was in traffic. The entire traffic went over the bridge and stood there until I woke up the next morning and moved my guy. So that'll tell you right there how much they put into the world. And I'm pretty sure that people learned from the first one. They learned from Ubisoft's reputation as far as, releasing stuff with massive bugs and everything like that. And they
Yeah.
just didn't go for it this time.
And I know and I think you're right. I think a lot of it has to do with just backlash from the first one not being what was promised. And
There's a lot of hype for the first one.
there was. And
Yeah.
part of that was unfair because it was like it came out in this like dead zone for, because you got your launch titles for the new consoles and then there was really nothing for a long time. And this game came out, I think, in May of 2014. So it was like right in the middle of the nothingness, and everybody bought it because everybody was so hungry for a new game, and it didn't deliver.
Very
On
disappointed.
yeah, it didn't deliver on what was promised. So I think that has a lot to do with it. I think there's also some other things going on here. Like there's a segment of the internet, Pitchfork Nation, that hates that it's like this social justice warrior game and all this stuff. Um, so they're boycotting it for that reason. But when you have all those things adding together, it's not a good recipe for this game. From everything I've seen and read, it's a better effort than the first one, and it's a better game. But I think the damage was done the first time around.
Now, do
I
you
think I
think?
think people that I'm sorry. I think the people that bought the first one were, like you said, disappointed.
Stop
And
smoking.
I'm sorry. But I think they were disappointed from the first round, and that did affect the sales. Going Graham.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think the same thing is gonna happen for Wildlands because of the division? Because a lot of people were upset about the outcome of the division, so people are not gonna
No,
risk it for Wildlands.
I don't because it's a different studio, and the Ghost Recon franchise is altogether different. But I think when the Division 2 comes out, we may see the same thing.
Yeah.
They better not make a Division 2. That's going to be a waste of resources and money.
There will be because the first one sold well enough. So
Well, this is going to be another Watch Dogs 2 event then.
it might. It
I would
might.
say that the division, it was probably one of my biggest regrets as a purchase. I
Mine too. And
wish I didn't buy that one.
Graham, when we played the beta for that, that was actually fun.
Yeah.
Like it was a good time. Then you get the game, and you just wish you just stuck with the beta.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
So I don't know. They try to be Destiny. Like Mike, I know you hate Destiny. I don't mind Destiny. I'm actually kind of intrigued by Destiny 2, but Destiny has a strong following, and that game's going to do well. But the Division does not, so I worry about it. Anybody else on that?
Um, no, man, that's it. I'm not surprised by this at all. And well,
All right,
Ubisoft needs to get their shit together and start releasing games that are ready to be released and
that
are
work.
intact. Yeah, yeah, that are
Playable games.
intact and playable.
Ubisoft
The way
just
they're
needs to.
supposed to be.
Ubisoft just needs to put two release dates on every single game. Like South Park, it needs to say releasing December 6th, really releasing April 30th, and just be done. I'm still bitter because I pre-ordered South Park back in June, and I'm going to get the game a year later.
Yeah.
But
Did they
anyway,
push it back again? Is it still March?
well, we think. I mean, the first South Park got delayed what 3 times. So
I
Something
don't
like that.
remember. All I
They can take
remember is
they can take their time with it and just give me a good South Park game.
yeah, I mean,
Last one
all
was
I re-
fantastic.
all I remember is being in Colorado at the time and there being a big blizzard back east and me not getting the game the same day it was supposed to be released because of it, and I threw a shit fit and got like $20 off my next purchase or whatever.
okay. I mean,
Not,
it was,
but boys and girls, wait. I have to preface this. Boys and girls, if you have a complaint or something that happens with your product, make sure you do not call up and scream at them. You will get nowhere. It's you get more flies with honey than you do vinegar or whatever it is. Oh my god, I can't believe I can't get this stuff right tonight. Um, anyways, kill them with kindness and they'll do anything you want. Yell and scream at them and they'll just not help you.
Say it with your wallet.
yeah,
I mean,
and
Well,
that's what happened with Watch Dogs 2. Everyone just didn't buy it. I mean,
no, I'm talking about when something like that happens when you're supposed to get it on a release date and you don't for whatever
no, I know.
reason.
Yeah,
You
you're
know,
right. I mean, I had an issue last week with an order I placed, about, and I was a little hot, but I got on the phone and I didn't show that.
yeah,
I was very fact based in everything I said, and I just kept repeating the same factual information over and over and over. And finally, I think they just got tired of trying to deal with me because there was nothing they could do, and I knew there
yeah.
was nothing they could do. But I got 25% off the replacement of the order and free next day shipping. So
I love
hey,
I love using the line. Look, I know this is not your fault, and I know you just work for AT&T or whoever it may be, but this is what happened. And you got to give me a hand here. And if you relate to them like that, they go, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do something for you. You know?
I'll tell you my favorite line is I know that you as a customer wouldn't want this either, so I'm not blaming you. But since I know you know that, how can we make this right together? And then they're like, shit, I kind of have to do something here. So that's how I got that. But anyway, let's move on. Last news item of the week. Good advice on Mike. You're absolutely right on that. Remedy. We talked about it last week. Possible new game being leaked or revealed soon. And we're kind of thinking maybe at the Game Awards. But they tweeted a picture this week talking about how they're hard at work on a new game. The interesting thing about this is that in the picture on the table were all PS4 controllers, including the Move controllers.
Let's
So
move.
yeah, GNA thoughts?
yeah. So I saw this tweet a couple of days ago, and it was retweeted out like 1,000 times because it is interesting because Remedy is just known for just making Xbox exclusives really with
Mm-hmm.
Quantum Break and Alan Wake. So I
Yeah.
mean, that's very interesting. I don't know if they're specifically working on a port in that picture, but I mean, it's three developers in the picture, and they're talking about whatever developing a game, and everything on the table there. They have like 5 PS4 controllers, and they got the Move controllers and the VR headset, I think. So
Did it
it's
have the
pretty
VR
interesting.
headset?
I don't know. I don't remember, but
Because
I do.
I was gonna ask you. I thought the Move controllers alone might be a hint that they're doing something with VR.
I mean that exactly ties into it.
Yeah.
I mean that's the only thing I can think about why they would have Move controllers there. So I mean, but it's very interesting. I'm sure it'll get a lot of it's gotten a lot of attention. Like, are they making a PS4 exclusive? But I don't think it means exactly that. I mean, they
No.
might be making a Quantum Break port that's VR compatible, which would be awesome. Still, I'd love to play that game. I'd rather play it on PS4 right now. So it'd be awesome if they're just porting that. But it could lead to exclusivity on a new game. I mean, we saw the guys that made was that game for Xbox One we were talking about a few weeks ago? That was exclusive to
Oh,
Xbox One.
you're talking about Insomniac with Sunset Overdrive.
Oh yeah, it's not. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they could be doing something like that where they come up with
Right.
a station exclusive. But I mean, I don't necessarily think it means that. I just think it's very interesting that it's almost like they may have purposely tweeted that out.
Yeah, maybe.
To kind of hint it towards something in the future.
Oh yeah.
Well, and like you're saying too about the VR too, like that's definitely a pretty safe assumption because VR is pretty much where it's at right now. So I'm sure many game developers are trying to get onto that bandwagon. So whether it's through PSVR or HTC Vive or whatever, right?
Mhm.
So it seems like that could be a good platform for them to do VR.
I will tell you this: Alan Wake 2 in VR, I'm sold right now.
I mean, even Quantum Break on VR.
Yeah, that's true.
So pretty excited about that. But
Yeah,
very,
I don't.
very interesting tweet. I think is purposely placed.
Oh,
The
for
way
sure.
they tweeted it out.
I don't think they'll go the route of Insomniac. I think they'll go the route of Respawn, where like they just want to get their games out to a bigger base of players. So I think it'll be a multi-platform release. I think this tweet was to signal to PS4 players specifically that hey, we're working on something for you too.
Right.
So
I mean, it's like when Titanfall 2, whenever they tweeted out that it went gold, didn't they like show a picture of the PS4 edition, like a copy of the PS4 game? I mean, and people were uproar about that. Oh, they're catering towards PS4, but no,
no, they're not.
it's mostly just showing PS4 that they're supporting the platform and that they're supporting the system.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right, as that does it for the news this week. Graham, before we head into new releases this week, just want to talk about a special promotion we're going to have this December for our community. It is the holiday season, and we too are in the giving spirit. So, we're going to be doing giveaways every single episode leading up to Christmas. So, I believe the next 4, and for the first 3, we're just looking for you guys to send in questions. If your question is selected, you'll get the giveaway for the week. So starting next week, this next week, guys, please send in a question. Mail at thirdsungaming.com. That's mail at thirdsun Send a question. It can be about anything gaming related, and you'll be entered in for the giveaway next week. So we'll be doing that for the next 3 weeks, and then we'll have kind of a special giveaway the episode right before Christmas. So just want to let everybody know about that. So please take part. And Graham, what can we get? I'm sure there's not a whole lot this week, being a holiday week, but is there anything new in stores?
There's not. Well, there is some for sure. We finally get a quiet week on the new releases home front, which is quite all right with me. Gives me some time to put in on those other games that keeps piling up.
Mm-hmm.
But to kick things off, for you people out there waiting for the second DLC for The Division, and I know you're out there somewhere, then you'll be happy to know that the DLC titled Survival is available on November 22nd. But you also might be unhappy, if you're a PlayStation owner, to know that this DLC is only available on PC and Xbox One at the moment. So you'll just have to wait a bit longer to get your hands on this DLC.
Is it just a time thing, or is it like an agreement? It must have been an agreement.
Yeah,
right?
it's a month later.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Xbox gets it for an extra month.
Okay.
So you guys got other stuff to occupy time. Next, we have an installment of the Batman Telltale series. This is episode 4, Guardian of Gotham. Now, this is also available November 22nd, and as always, it can be played on Mac, PC, PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. So pretty much anybody can play it.
Really good deal on the season pass for that too, at least on Xbox that I saw.
Oh, there you go. And for the fans and people curious about Darksiders, we have Darksiders War Mastered Edition. Now, this edition releases on November 22nd and is available for all 3 major consoles. Yes, I said all 3 major consoles. I know it's hard to fathom that the Wii U is considered a major console, but it is.
Major.
You mean the Nintendo Classic, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Did you guys play the original Darksiders, like when it came out on
Yes.
PS3, Xbox 360?
Yep.
It was a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think it's only $20 for this remastered, right?
I think you might be right.
I think it is, and for $20, it's definitely worth. Especially if you've never played them, it's definitely worth playing or revisiting even for $20. I mean, you can't beat that for a remastered classic.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
fantastic game.
I did like 2 better than 1 though.
Oh yeah,
You know,
definitely.
I've been hearing it the other way. People like the first one better, but they say like the second one is like completely like different. But
Yeah,
what I
they're
keep
intense
hearing,
games.
what I keep hearing about this game that makes me want to play it is they keep comparing it to Zelda. And I am a huge Zelda fan, so if anybody's gonna compare a game to Zelda, then they better be able to back this up.
I
Yeah.
can see that. Definitely the way the world is and everything. I can definitely see that. But I'm interested in seeing what kind of enhancements they made in this remastered edition. So I think
They
I
didn't
think
do
it'll
much
be
enhancements. It's basically just made it look
Support
a little better.
graphical
Yeah, it's pretty much a
graphical
port. Yeah.
enhancements.
So
Yeah.
Graham, you know what? You know the game is just like Zelda that you need to buy.
What?
Titanfall 2.
Shut up. Shut up.
You know, I had a feeling you're gonna say that.
Get out of here.
I ain't taking that bait. Okay. So, PlayStation fans, moving on, if I can. Fans of scary games that have PlayStation, for a post Halloween and a pre Christmas scare, you can pick up the Amnesia collection. Now, this collection includes the original game, its DLC expansion, Justine, and the sequel, A Machine for Pigs. Now, rumor has it that this is the scariest game that some people have ever
It
played.
is. It is one of the It's one of the scariest games you could ever play.
So it's not like a like the jump and scare you, but the whole atmosphere and
It's just a creepy ass game.
yeah, it screws with your head and stuff like that.
I'm intrigued. I may
Yeah.
have to buy this.
When I was reading up on it, it was very intriguing.
Wait, what game is this?
Amnesia.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's been out forever.
Yeah, it used to be. It's just PC only.
Yeah,
but
it was PC, but they ported it now
Yeah,
to.
my ex, when I was living in Colorado, her son wanted it really, really, really bad for his birthday, and well, he was like 17 at the time, so it didn't really matter. Um, and she got it for him, and he was in this stage where his walls were painted like a dark purple and black and all this kind of stuff. He wasn't like goth or anything, but I mean, the tone was set in a room. And I just remember hearing him screaming, coming running out of the room, going, "Mom, you gotta see this!"
I had to stop playing it. It is that creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
eh? Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
There's only been a couple of games that have done that to me, and Amnesia is one of them. Definitely a creepy ass game.
I might
Yeah,
have to buy
it
this.
is. It's a jumper. It's kind of like I don't know if you have any of you guys seen The Ring?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you're watching The Ring. It's picture this, guys. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm watching this on my computer, and it gets about what I call the 14-minute face. You get sitting there watching, and they're talking in the kitchen and everything, and all of a sudden, bang! They just cut to the closet with the chick with the face that's all screwed. You know, I did like this weird like reverse rodeo jump off the back of my computer chair when I saw that, because I was not expecting that at all. That has got to be this. That to me is the scariest movie I have seen.
Yeah, some people have said that.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yep.
So, moving on, getting away from the scary stuff. I know some
Shut up.
people don't want to be scaring you guys too much.
I'm getting right now.
Yeah. Fans of StarCraft 2 can purchase Mission Pack 3 for Nova Covert Ops. This is available on November 22nd for Mac and PC. I haven't played StarCraft in a while, so I don't know if this is still a good game, but I'm sure there's still diehards that people support this game forever. And to finish things off, we have a 3DS release, and that release is Dragon Ball Fusions. This game is available on November 22nd and is only available on 3DS. So, and 3DS is pretty inexpensive right now, so if somebody's looking for a good handheld that's inexpensive, I highly recommend 3DS.
All right.
And that wraps it up for me.
All right,
Well,
Grant,
good for
thank
you.
you.
Take it away, somebody.
All right. Thank you. I'm just used to more games than this, but it's
No, I wanted to keep it cold for a second here to see what you do.
all right. So, Mike, it's almost Cyber Monday. Anything good going on? Deals that we can save some money on?
Yeah, man. There's actually a lot of stuff going on. Last week, when I went through the ramble, they didn't have the PlayStation 4 games up yet. But they do this week, and there are some other Black Fridays. I mean, Black Friday's over, but Cyber Monday. One of the things is an Xbox One S, 1 to 5.
It's a new system just released.
Yeah,
Where'd it go? I
The
got
you
One
heard it
it.
here first, you guys. The Xbox One 5.
We got the inside
It's.
business
I
people here.
know. I know. I know. It's the font. Okay, so the Xbox One S 500 gigabyte console comes with Battlefield 1 bundle. It's a Battlefield 1 bundle, but it also comes with the Elder Scrolls Skyrim, the Steelbook edition for $288.99 on Amazon tomorrow. So it it's actually worth it to do that because you can get 1 terabyte hard drive. My God, a 1 terabyte hard drive for like 20-30 bucks. It's not the end of the world. You don't have to have the 1 terabyte in it. So, but if you want the 1 terabyte in it, also on Amazon, it'll be the same console with Gears of War 4 only for 269. For you people who want to get the Minecraft bundle, it's going to be 249. Now, you know what? If you're just looking for the 1S with the 500 gigabyte console, I mean, that's the way to go. I mean, you can play with Minecraft.
Now,
Oh yeah,
I hate to steal your thunder, Mike, but I just saw a deal and I actually texted it to Tyler not too long ago. But a couple of hours, Amazon released a new bundle for tomorrow. It's going to be an Xbox One S, 500 gigabyte. You get 3 months Xbox Live for only 219.
Yeah.
219.
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
it's
keep in mind
insane.
this
And
is a
this is why nobody
4K
likes.
Blu-ray player.
Yes. $219. I wish I had $219 right now so I could pick one up.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
that's ridiculous. I mean, that's way below cost of manufacturing at that point.
Oh yeah, and even Walmart right now has a deal similar where it's 249, where
Yeah.
you pick a 4K movie and you get a $40 Walmart gift card. So I mean,
Plenty
this
of
week is
deals.
the week to get an Xbox One
Yeah,
S if you
it absolutely is. I mean, you can't go better than 219 for the one oh no, the 500 gigabyte console. And
with
yeah,
3 months Xbox Live. Yeah,
yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, people, if you're gonna do it, now is the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And hopefully they have some kind of comparable deal for our friends across the pond. Hello.
Yeah. You guys definitely get the way better deals.
yeah.
Like
It's probably still 299 CAD, whatever that translates into for us. five
Well,
hundred
no,
dollars for US.
well, no, Graham, isn't like day after Christmas the big sale day for you guys?
Boxing Day, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Boxing Day.
yep.
Yeah, don't ask. I
Well, you
haven't
guys
figured
don't.
out whether it's
You guys
beating
don't even
people
have
up or
Boxing
putting
Day.
stuff
No.
away.
Yeah, I figured it's because people are putting things back in boxes and
Is it?
taking it, returning it because they
I
got
thought you guys were
stealable.
just fighting the day after Christmas. I
So you're
mean,
not
I know,
Yeah.
I know, I
going to
know.
Walmart and just boxing it out.
you're not like you're not
It's like
like
Black Friday without the gloves.
you're not like
Yeah, it's
having
like
you're not like having
everybody's walking
parades.
around like the Fighting Irish mascot.
Or you're just about having parades with like floats of Muhammad Ali and like
Go
that.
walking in tag. Oh, it's Boxing Day.
I didn't know that was a Canada exclusive.
So
But
I don't mean to go off subject, but I did see a video of Canada having some kind of Best Buy.
Oh, you saw that
Like
too, huh?
say,
Everybody
where the
walking
guys are
in line real nice.
everyone's clapping and cheering each other and welcoming people.
no,
Yeah, the
They were kind
Best
of
Buy
making fun of that
people were
on
clapping
radio.
when they were
People
walking
in
in
the
and stuff.
states are like stabbing people and shooting people and fighting, and we're like all being like nice. Oh, I'll get that up. I'll get that off the top shelf for you. Here, you
Yeah,
can
I
take
know.
this.
Cheering the customers in as they walk in, calmly,
Yeah.
lightly.
Well, I at least returned the favor because when we went to the Walmart thing, I was trying to get these sheets and they're really nice. They're only $25 at Walmart, and the ladies were all around there, and so I started talking to one of them and I said, "Hey, can you get me this and this?" She's like, "Yeah, no problem." So she started chucking them to me, and then I went back around and I went to the cookware aisle because I wanted to get some cookware and. I walk up there and this lady comes running up because there's only like one or two of them left. I'm like, "Do you want one?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, here you go." Wee. So it's not just Canada exclusive, kind of.
Kinda. Yeah.
Well, they
So,
just
All right,
make fun
just
of us for being nice. We're not normally nice.
yeah. Eugene, you read Reddit? Is that where you got that from? Eugene.
He's on a bathroom break, probably.
No, I was talking. I was. I'm sorry, but yeah. I saw a video on Facebook of
Okay. Because
like
I
Friday.
saw it on the Reddit front page today, so I read Reddit. I'm one of those people. All right, so let's just get this over with. The free games this month still. I have not seen the free games for December for
No, not yet.
PlayStation 4, but everybody's gone into Rapture and Deadly Tower of Monsters for the PS4, Dirt 3 and Costume Quest 2 for the PS3. All right, so the Black Friday sales finally started on the PS4. So this is what we got. Let's see. Let's get to the good stuff here. Syndicate Gold Edition is $30. They have Assassin's Creed Unity up here for $11.99. In case you people don't know, and you really want to play Unity, CD Keys has the Xbox One version for $1.93 right now.
What?
Yep.
Wow.
I don't know if it's ended already, but I read it way early this morning, so they may be sold out of it by now.
It's worth $1.93.
Oh yeah,
that's that.
Yeah. Captain Luckbox over there won a Xbox One with Unity, so
Yes, it did.
Captain Luckbox.
yeah.
I mean, remember when they were doing that giveaway like a couple years ago in 2014? In like November, December?
No, that's pretty neat though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah. Okay. Back to the matter at hand.
I forgot it even had Unity because I didn't play it. So.
Yeah. Batman Arkham Knight is $11.99. Premium Edition is $23.99. Let's see. Borderlands: The Handsome Collection is that's not a great price. It's $19.79. It should be a little lower than that. Bully. If you guys have not played Bully, it's one of those rare Rockstar games, kind of like the Rockstar Ping Pong. It's a really good game though. It's on sale for $8.99 right now. Darksiders 2, which we were just talking about, is on sale for $5.99. That's a must get if you have a PS4. Absolutely must get. Let's see here. Boom, dida, boom, dida, boom, dida, boom, dida, boom, dida, boom, boom, boom. Evolve? No, I'm not even gonna mention that one.
No one wants that.
No, pretty much.
No, especially now they've stopped supporting it. So.
Yeah. All the Grand Theft Auto bullshit is on sale as usual for not much.
So can you confirm on there that Star Wars Battlefront that I was telling him is that on there?
I'm gonna look right now for you.
I didn't see it online last night because I was looking at all the Battlefronts. They had the one for $7, which was just a standard edition.
Mm-hmm.
They had for $9.99 the Ultimate edition.
Yeah, I could have sworn
but
like
not the Ultimate, but the Special Collector's edition for
right.
$9.99.
I could have sworn the Ultimate was like $13.79 or something like that. I don't know why.
Maybe. That'd be nice. It just came out though, didn't it? Like a week or so ago.
No, Battlefront.
Yeah.
We're talking.
Didn't the Ultimate come out?
Oh yeah. You're right. So I don't know.
Yeah. Don't forget too on the Xbox right now, Jurassic Park Lego Jurassic Park is $10.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, before it goes out of style, that would definitely be worth picking up. MLB The Show MVP edition is $25 right now. That may be worth it to some people.
Tyler,
I already have.
We already have. Yeah, he has it.
That's a release day buy for me.
Star Wars
so everybody out there that says I hate PS4, I buy it on release day.
Star Wars Battlefront. The deluxe edition is on sale for $9.99 right now on PS4.
Okay, so not the Ultimate or whatever.
There's no Ultimate Edition. No,
Okay.
It's really weird. If you want the VR patch, it's $7.49.
Okay.
There's a Sniper Elite 3 Ultimate Edition for $9.99, but no, there's no Star Wars.
I don't know where I saw that then, but yeah, could have sworn I did.
Witcher 3, all the stuff's on sale. DLC, everything like that. The complete edition is $25. Definitely worth it.
Worth it.
Yep.
Let's see here. That pretty much. Oh, XCOM Enemy Unknown Plus is $5. If you haven't played it yet, and you were thinking about getting the second one, definitely get that for the $5 and try it out. I mean, it's a turn-based deal. It's actually pretty fun, So absolutely give that a shot.
Yeah, it is a good game for sure.
Yep.
You can sink a lot of hours into that game.
Yeah.
I like how if you lose and you lose your guys, that's it. You got to accept it. You just can't. You can't go through the game perfect.
Mhm.
Right, exactly.
Yep.
So, December games of gold. The first one coming out December 1st is Sleeping Dogs. I have not bought this. I hear good things about
I
it.
actually want to play that.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
for
it's not.
free.
Now
Yeah,
that the developer's out of business,
Well, I mean, if it's I know, but if it's for free, I mean, I'll all for it. I was gonna spend $60 on it, but
it is a great game. It is a great
Yeah.
game, but I heard there's a little bit of issues with the definitive edition.
yeah.
Huh. Okay. Now that you two schmucks are done talking. So that's available from December 1st to the 31st. Then you got Outlast. And if you like stuff like Alien Isolation, the stealthy games, this is one for you with horror. And
Spooky.
that's going to be available from December 16th. Out on December 1st on the 360 will be Outland. I've heard a lot of good things about this game, so I'm definitely going to be downloading it. I don't know a lot about it. I don't. I know it's a 2D scroller. I've seen that. That's all I know. And no one's half the battle. Um, December 16th. Here's a big one. Burnout Paradise will be available for free. This game is except for Forza 3. Forza 3 is an amazing racer game. This would be number 2 to all of the racing games I have ever played. Although, wait. They're both number 1 because Burnout Paradise, you can knock people on their asses. You've got all that kind of stuff. But as far as just straight up racing goes and having fun, Forza 3 is definitely up there. Those are the 2 top ones.
You mean Forza Horizon, right? 3.
Yeah, Forza Horizon.
Okay.
Nobody asked you.
Well, there is a Forza 3. That's a whole different game. Just checking.
Yeah. So you put those 2 together, you get a little combat with your racing, then you get Paradise. I mean, and I guarantee you, when Paradise comes out, the servers are going to light up like nobody's business. Because last I checked, about a year ago when I popped it in, there were plenty of people still playing. So you got that, and then we go to Black Friday for Xbox, Skyrim. You knew this was coming, and this is why I did not buy this at Walmart for $25. Digitally, it is available right now for $30. It is definitely, obviously, worth the money.
100%.
Yeah, a huge support with the mods. If you guys don't know and you guys haven't looking for a place to find out what mods to use, go to look for Xbox One on Reddit. Just search for it in Google. It'll bring up the sub, and there are a whole bunch of feeds about what to use, what not to use, what. Nice yawn, dude.
That was an Eon.
Oh, whoever it
That was
was.
his vape
That was
machine.
big. That was huge. um, what order to put them in? What all that kind of stuff. Fallout 4 is on sale for 67% off, and all the DLC is on sale for 40% off as well. So is the season pass at 40% off, and so I believe it's like $27 or something like that right now. So yeah. Arkham Knight is 50% off. Let's see what else we got here. Doom is 67% off. Although I think what was it like? Was it $15 at Walmart?
I don't remember.
I think it was $15 at Walmart. So
Game of the year.
yeah. Well, if you don't want to share with anybody, then definitely just go pick that up at Walmart. Or I don't. It's not on sale anymore. So whatever. Far Cry 4 is 60% off. Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens is 40% off right now. So is the Deluxe Edition at 45% off. Mortal Kombat XL. If you people have not played this or do not have Mortal Kombat X, this is a great deal. It's $20 right now. And with XL, you also get Alien as a playable character. And there is a Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy, I believe, and one other.
Okay.
Definitely worth giving it a whirl.
Jason's in it too, right?
Yeah, Jason was in the last one. Yeah, Jason.
Yeah, Jason and Freddy were in the last one.
Yeah, I mean in X, Jason's a playable character in X.
Oh, nice.
I do not believe Kruger is in X. I believe he was in the installment beforehand. If you like Neverwinter on Xbox, you like playing. I actually like that game a lot. A lot of the gold is on sale, 20% off. Let's see here. Here's one for you, Tyler. RBI Baseball 2016 is 67% off right now.
His game of the year nomination for this year.
It should say we'll give you $20.
Yeah.
To play this.
Yeah. If that was ever a games with gold or whatever free thing for a month, I think there would be a riot. I really do. That is such a turd.
Yeah.
Recore is 50% off digitally.
If you want to play a baseball game on Xbox One, Super Mega Baseball. Period. End of debate.
Yeah, that game is actually a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. I hate baseball, and I love that game.
Mm-hmm. It's really fun.
All right, and Battlefront regular edition is 50% off. Deluxe is 50% off, and Ultimate is 25% off. There's your Ultimate. Unravel is also 75% off right now. So if you do not have EA access, definitely grab that game. It is worth every penny.
Yep.
Watch Dogs is on sale, but I wouldn't wipe my ass with Watch Dogs, so we won't even get into that. So that being said, that is my segment, boys and girls.
All right.
And back to Tyler. We go.
Well, thank you. We're now for discussion. We're going to talk about the Game Awards next week, and we're going to do something kind of fun. We're going to have predictions. So I put down kind of the biggest categories. We're going to make our predictions and see next week who came out on top. So we're going to start with something called the most anticipated game. I don't know how you judge this, but most anticipated game coming up. By the way, everybody, Game Awards are next Thursday night, December 1st. So I think you can stream it live on Xbox and PlayStation or on Twitch. So first, the most anticipated game. And the nominees are God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Mass Effect Andromeda, Red Dead Redemption 2, and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Wow, there's some amazing titles there.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough.
So we're going to go to Mike first. Mike, your prediction out of those games, which one's going to win?
Red Dead.
All right. Graham.
Oh, shut up.
The Legend of Zelda.
God, thank God, because I wrote it in there before you even said it.
I bet anything on it. It won the E3 game that everybody wants.
It's enough. I already wrote it before you even said it.
Everybody with a Nintendo.
You don't
Red
even
Dead is
need
across
Nintendo.
3 fucking platforms. I mean,
So,
I think they're going to do PC sooner or later, but
start with 2.
All right, Eugene, which game?
I want to say Red Dead, but I really think Zelda will pull through on this one. And Game Awards just notoriously has a love for Nintendo, so I really think Zelda will win it.
Okay.
Yep. So,
all right. I was just gonna say, just because you figured Zelda's a given and you wrote it down for me, I'll tell you the other choice I would pick. I would pick Mass Effect.
Yeah, I'm surprised that hasn't gotten a mention before right now from us. But yeah, that's a hugely anticipated game. But you're up against two absolute behemoths with
but even God of War
Red Dead,
with
Red Dead, and I don't even know if God of War's coming out next year.
Yeah.
So
no one knows. I mean, but it had a lot of hype whenever
it
they showed it at E3.
Yeah.
But it can't beat Red Dead. Red Dead just killed it this year.
Yeah.
But I really think Zelda will pull through.
All right, for me, I want it to be Red Dead Redemption because for me that's my most anticipated game. But here at the Nintendo Awards, the Game Awards, it's gonna be The Legend of Zelda.
Thank you.
All right, best multiplayer: Battlefield 1, Gears of War 4, Overcooked, Overwatch, Titanfall 2. Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
I do, but I can't believe it's on there.
Overwatch, Titanfall 2, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Mike.
Yes.
Which game?
Go ahead.
Which game for best multiplayer?
I'm gonna have to go with Titanfall. They've had many multiplayer problems with Siege. I've heard nothing but good things with Titanfall. So I guess I got to go with the proven thing.
Graham.
Well,
shut up, Graham.
It's not my choice, but this is
Zelda.
telling me what I think is going to win. Yeah.
Pokemon
Zelda.
Go.
Yeah. No. Titanfall 2 for sure.
All right. Eugene.
I really want it to be Gears of War 4. That's my personal choice for best multiplayer this year. But I really think that it's going to go to Overwatch. Overwatch just has the player base. People are still playing it. All my friends, even with Battlefield 1 coming out and Titanfall coming out, they're still playing Overwatch. So I think it'll go to Overwatch.
I think you're right, actually.
Yep,
If I change my vote, I'll
Yeah.
change it to Overwatch.
Yeah.
I talked you into it.
I'm gonna say the same thing. Except I'm not Gears of War. I mean, I love Gears of War, but I think Titanfall 2 is the best multiplayer I played this year. But shows like this tend to love Blizzard a lot, and I think Overwatch is gonna win.
It's a fantastic game. I mean,
It
it's
really
very
is.
and I don't play multiplayer games, but the week it released, I don't play it much anymore, but I could definitely dive back in, especially with all the updates. But it's a fantastic multiplayer game, and it's fun. It's addicting.
Okay.
It's funny with this list, you can say which one doesn't belong. You have a first-person shooter, like third-person shooter, first-person shooter,
Somebody look up
shooter.
Overcooked and see what that is.
Overcooked is basically you got to prepare meals, and they're coming on a conveyor belt, and you got to run around and you got to prepare it with like ingredients.
Is that a Canadian game?
That's
that's something unknown to me.
I was gonna say it's probably a Nintendo game, but maybe it is on other systems. But yeah, I remember when this came out, and I watched it, and it looks fun as hell. But for it to be on this list with Battlefield 1, and Titanfall 2, that's
Well,
crazy.
remember, there was a pretty big upset in this category last year. Splatoon won.
Yeah,
well,
I know.
I was just gonna compare it to Splatoon actually, so it could be the Splatoon.
Yep.
What platform was it on? Was it It sounds like a mobile game almost.
No, it's not. It's on a console.
I have to look it up.
Anybody here remember Burger Time?
Yes.
Yeah, that was good times.
Good burger times.
All right, Eugene, we're going to come into your wheelhouse now with the next category, best sports game.
Yeah.
So, nominees: FIFA 17, Forza Horizon 3, MLB The Show 16, NBA 2K17, and Pro Evolution Soccer 2017. Mike, we'll go back to you.
Okay. Well, for our friends across the pond, they're going to say FIFA 17, which I don't blame them at all. You know, it's just like our NHL. So that's their staple. They play the football. You know, they like it. That's cool. You know, I'm not against soccer at all. I play the be a pro, whatever it is, and build your guy up and stuff like that. I like that. I like that version, but I'm not good enough at it to play online. Everybody just completely destroys me because I don't know the game, one side and down the other, or the controls. I do know the rules of the game when I do play it, but so that's for our friends across the pond. Here in the United States, I'm gonna go with what were the other choices?
Forza Horizon 3, MLB The Show, NBA 2K17, and Pro Evolution Soccer.
Oh my God! I want to say Forza 3. I really do. But
remember a racing game won last year? It was what, Mario Kart or whatever.
Hey, that's a fantastic racing game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It is. No, I'm not taking anything away from Mario Kart. Mario Kart's fun as hell. But I'm gonna have to go with MLB The Show.
Okay.
I don't want to, but I am.
All right, Graham.
Well, I was gonna say, does it affect it that like MLB Show is just one console exclusive?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay,
no.
I'm gonna go with MLB The Show.
Eugene.
The only game I played out of these games is Forza. I'm gonna go with Forza. I mean, I kind of agree with Mike with FIFA, but there's a lot of uproar with FIFA this year, especially with their single player mode or whatever campaign mode that they had. So I know there's that, but I'm going to go with Forza.
Okay. For me, I play a ton of sports games. I think everybody who listens to the show knows that. Year in and year out, since I started to buy it, there is no better game that I play every year in terms of sports than MLB The Show. It's hands down the best sports game every single year. No different this year. I will say this though. I think if they were to reveal the top 5, like the order of finish and votes, I think Pro Evolution Soccer would be second because that game was reviewed incredibly well and incredibly well liked.
Really, Pro Evolution.
That game got mid nines across the board, and FIFA got low eights.
People
So
love that game overseas.
yeah,
I mean,
Second, I would have picked Forza Horizon 3.
yeah. And we'll see. It very well might be that too. But I think if you're just saying purely sports, I hate that they put racing with sports. I do. Um, but I think if you say purely sports, I think Pro Evo is probably the second best sports game. All right, next up, we'll get to
Wait,
this.
no. I want to tell Eugene about your MLB thing. So Eugene, Tyler would play build your guy in the MLB, and every time you get up, now to go, it's out of here, it's a home run, it's out of here, it's a home run. He had like 750 home runs in 1 year. So I got on there.
That was not 750 in 1 year.
Hey,
It was
nobody
like,
asked you. Shut
was like
your
90.
Shut
now
your mouth.
I haven't played the show this year, but I remember playing the show on
Time
PS3.
out. My story.
Go back.
So
Go ahead.
I sit there and watch this every time I go by and go, how come I can't do
Because
this?
you fucking suck.
Because
And-
I'm no. Stop. Control yourself. So I get up there, and I play, and I probably hit, maybe one home run a game. If I get lucky, I hit like two. Not fucking Slugger over here. He's fucking burying him like Barry Bonds on a good day. And I walk by one time, I say, how the hell do you do this? And I can't. And then I find out that he's on retard mode, where you can hit it out of the park by just looking at it funny.
So there may or may not be sliders in the game.
I'm gonna guess there are.
Write in RBI baseball for best sports game of the year.
Yeah.
Write that in.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, I've said many times, I play each sport. I play a different mode in each sports game. It keeps them all fresh for me. I do, and part of the fun for me playing MLB The Show is, seeing what kind of gaudy stats you can put up, because baseball is the most stat-driven sport of them all, and so it's seeing what kind of gaudy stats you can put up. So yeah, I play with that a little bit, and it's fun to do that. And somehow,
bullshit.
and somehow, my crappy team still fails to make the playoffs.
Why?
Even though I hit like 90 home runs and have like 200 RBIs.
What are you, the Twins?
Yes.
So I mean I can understand what you're saying. The show just every year wins that baseball award, but why isn't NHL 17 on this list?
It's not a
because
complete
they keep screwing it up.
It's a Canada-driven
It's
game.
the point. It comes to the point where I play 2 games with them a night, and by that time I'm done.
Graham, I don't think it's because it's a Canadian-driven game. I think it's just because it's not a complete enough game.
Why isn't Madden on this list, actually?
It rates because they rated horribly this year.
There's no Madden on this list, eh?
They rated horribly this year.
No, Madden got good ratings this year.
Yeah.
But for NHL, like MLB, you can play Road to the Show, you can play franchise, you can play Diamond Dynasty and play online against people, and it's all fun and it's all good.
Yep.
But NHL doesn't have that. Because some of those modes are great, but I personally get really bored playing like single player franchise in almost any EA sports game. Because it's not thorough enough. At least 2K tries to add things like, the life of the player and all that crap. And FIFA did that this year with, I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, but
it's
not that, dude. It's the shit don't work in NHL.
I said it's not a complete enough game. It's
No,
not.
not that. I mean, the actual gameplay is all screwed.
But I'm getting to that. That's part of it. It's not a complete enough game because all those modes aren't good enough.
But it did get rated pretty good, though.
Yeah, but I think part of those ratings were compared to last year. So you're comparing it against the year before, so it is a better game than the year before. There's no doubt about that. But it still has its flaws, and when you play it as much as we do, those flaws start to become more and more apparent. Oh, yeah. And then when you play it as much as we do, we're unfair to it too on the negative side. We are. Because
I don't believe I am at all.
No, I think you are.
No, I don't think I am at all.
It's because you say something happens and you're like, same
next
fucking
category,
shit.
Next category.
All right, we'll move on. But you aren't fair to it. But we'll move on. Let's get through this next one quickly, because I think once I go through the nominees, it's going to be pretty clear. Best family game: Dragon Quest Builders, Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Ratchet and Clank, Skylanders Imaginators, and Pokemon Go.
Well,
Mike.
Raiders of the Lost Ark for 1,200
No.
LS.
You
Okay.
need your answer in the form of a question.
Lego.
You're going Lego, okay?
You're going Lego.
Graham.
You're not. Obviously, it's going to be Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Like the number speaks for itself. Like I see families going outside with their kids, and people hate their kids. So the fact that you want to go outside and spend time with your kids, then by far,
It's
yes,
about
it's
time you said something.
Pokemon Go.
Eugene, how about you?
Pokemon Go.
Yeah,
Pokemon Go by far.
Yeah, same here. I don't even think it's close. This game just grabbed people in a way I haven't seen a game do in a long time. So,
Yeah.
RPG. Dark Souls 3, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, Blood and Wine, so just that portion, World of Warcraft Legion, or Xenoblade Chronicles X. Mike.
That's going to be a tough one because a lot of people are still playing World of Warcraft. I would love the vanilla version to come back out, the very beginning one, but that dude on stage says, we don't want that. Asshole. I'm gonna go with Witcher 3. I would love to say Dark Souls 3 because it's a really hard game, but Dark Souls does not appeal to people who can't play games like you. So I'm gonna go with Witcher 3.
All right, Graham.
I second The Witcher 3. And the fact that Blood and Wine is like above the vanilla game, that means it's just so much better.
Yeah.
So Blood and Wine all the way.
All right, Eugene.
I'm gonna go with the same, the Blood and Wine expansion, fantastic expansion. But I just want to say I'm upset that Pokemon Sun and Moon is not on this list.
Shut the hell up.
It's too new, I would think.
It's too new.
Well,
The
I was
cutoff-
looking at the list. They cut it off at the 24th, right? What day did it come out on?
I don't know. It was right. I think you're right. I think it was before that. So I don't know.
Why is Xenoblade Chronicles on this list? I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna go Witcher, but I do think there's a possibility World of Warcraft might take this because this expansion is the highest rated in like 10 years.
Oh, really?
So
Wow.
yeah. All right, action adventure. We have Dishonored 2, Hitman, Hyper Light Drifter, Ratchet and Clank, and Uncharted 4: Thief's End.
Wait, what? You're going too fast for me to keep. What was that? One more time.
Dishonored 2, Hitman,
Yeah.
Hyper Light Drifter, Ratchet and Clank, and Uncharted 4.
Okay, what was the category?
Action adventure.
Oh my god!
Action
Shut up!
adventure. Action adventure.
Okay.
Go through the list one more time.
Yeah, we're good. What you got?
I got Dishonored 2.
Okay.
Shit.
And a Hitman on fucking Eugene.
Graham, what you got?
Uncharted 4, A Thief's End.
All right, Eugene.
Uncharted 4 by a long shot.
Yeah.
Dishonored 2 will be a close second, but
Yeah.
Uncharted was just fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Uncharted as well, and I think just the name brand itself.
Oh, yeah.
Does a lot for it there. All right, next up, action.
Wait.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, why isn't Tomb Raider on this list?
Because it was released previous year before the cutoff.
Yeah, I don't think they do remakes or remasters or definitive editions.
Oh, okay.
It's original release.
Okay.
All right, so action game. This is actually a tough one. Battlefield 1,
No, it's not.
Doom, Gears of War 4, Overwatch, Titanfall 2.
Doom.
Mike, what do you say?
Doom.
Doom? All right.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean,
It's gonna be Battlefield 1.
All right. Graham, what do you say?
Best action, eh? I'm gonna go with Titanfall 2. I'm just gonna go
You
different.
don't even. Oh,
like he's giving it every word in the book, but he won't buy it.
I know. I don't have enough time to dedicate to this game. It's the same. It's like he's like in front of Congress,
Listen,
I take the Fifth Amendment.
It's the same because it's
the
freaking
same
true, man.
No, Graham, it's like saying I'm
Story.
not going to watch all these best Picture nominees because I have too big of a backlog of Rob Schneider movies to watch. Okay?
Speaking
So,
of movies, I have a backlog of movies too, and this could cut into my video game time as
Oh my
well.
God. Here,
all right.
somebody get a violin.
All right, Eugene, what do you got?
It, this is tough because out of all these, I enjoyed Doom and Gears, but Gears of War 4 wins it for me. Just a single player
Yeah.
campaign alone. But Doom was fantastic, so I mean I think Doom has a chance.
Um, I want to agree with you because I think if you just look at the single player story, I would take Gears of War 4. But when it comes down to which game do I think is going to win, I think it's going to be Overwatch.
Yeah.
That's because the popularity of it. Now, wait a minute. Just because Blizzard made Overwatch does not mean it's going to be number one in everything. You know,
I mean, I hope
Battlefield One has a pretty freaking healthy population and seems to be, you know, taking off like nobody's business and not dipping at all. So
I hope I'm wrong. I
I
hope I'm wrong.
understand. Okay, let me put it to you this way before I interrupt you again. I understand from like competition MLG sort of thing. Overwatch is going to be something that they do, but they're not going to do Battlefield One. I get that, so that automatically gives it a popular boost. But as far as game fun goes, I have far more fun playing Battlefield One than I do Overwatch.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I get that, and different types of players too.
It's a tough category.
It is. I mean, there are 5 legit good games in that category,
Yeah.
so that's a tough one. Whoever wins it deserves it. But if I have to predict, I'm going to say Overwatch. And if I had to choose like my own choice, I would say Gears of War 4, just for single player. All right, next up, VR, best VR game, and I know we don't really play any of these, but it's a prediction segment, so we just got to pick which one we think is going to win. Batman Arkham VR, Eve Valkyrie, Job Simulator, which actually looks kind of funny, Res Infinite, and
I never heard that one.
I haven't either,
The last two.
and Thumper.
Never heard of
Okay.
them.
All right. Let me ask you something. Eve, are we talking about the space MMORPG on PC?
It's a fighter's jet simulator.
Yep.
Yeah, it's in that same universe though, I believe.
Oh, in that case, it's definitely going to be Eve because that sounds like a whole hell of a lot of fun.
Okay. Graham, how about you?
See, I feel like Eve Valkyrie should win, but I think the Batman name is going to be the reason it wins. So I'm going to go with Batman Arkham VR.
Okay. Eugene, how about you?
Batman Arkham VR was the highest rated VR game to release so far this
I
year.
thought Valkyrie got rated higher, to be honest with you.
It was one of the very first to release, but if you look at the overall reviews, almost certain that Batman, even though it's very short, it got a lot of good
Yeah, it's
reviews.
super short. I am surprised the Star Wars VR experience wasn't put on here, but is it released yet?
I don't think so.
Okay,
Gate
Wait a
that's
minute.
Simulator.
Wait a minute. It's on sale right now on PS4 for $7.49.
I think it's there to unlock it, but I don't think it actually comes out.
I think it's like a kind of a pre-order thing.
Yep.
Oh, that's dumb. Just
Yeah, it's not out yet.
give me your money first so I can disappoint you later.
Yeah, pretty much. I, I don't know. For me, I'm gonna go Batman. I guess I'm really tempted to say Eve here, but I'm gonna go.
It's going to be neck and neck between them two, I would think.
All right, best
Something
indie game.
Pretty good game.
Best indie game, man. I'm gonna say before we start this that I guess if there was a category it would fall in, it would maybe be this one. I'm really disappointed that Unravel did not get a nomination for anything.
Yeah. Point taken.
That game is fantastic.
Yep.
It's one of the best games I've played in a while. So it's really disappointing that game wasn't in there. Even when we'll look at this list right now. So best independent game: Firewatch, Hyperlight Drifter, Inside, Stardew Valley, and The Witness.
Stardew Valley, big time.
Okay.
That's my kind of game. Sit
Never
there and
heard
dick
of it.
around 24/7, build stuff, farm, all that kind of stuff. It's definitely my type of game. And that game got a lot of attention and a lot of people playing it.
Graham, how about you?
I'm going to go with Inside. It got rated really high, and I don't know if that's what I would pick. Probably would, because I don't really know many of the other ones. But I'm sure that one's gonna win.
Wasn't it a Vita exclusive?
Inside? No,
What?
Inside
No,
was,
no.
Oh, I thought so.
Inside launched on Xbox One first.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. That got released on PC as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. What'd you say, Eugene?
The Witness. The Witness for sure.
Can I get a
right.
witness?
I heard a lot of good things about Firewatch, and I heard a lot of good things about The Witness, but really the only one I played on here is Inside, and I loved it. So I'm gonna go with Inside.
I would like to play Firewatch. Actually, that game looks really good.
Stardew for life.
All right, so games for impact. This is a category I actually kind of like because you get to see some of these games that not a lot of people have heard of.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've never heard any of these.
So we're gonna be taking a shot in the dark here on this one for some of us. But the nominees are 1979 Revolution, Block Hood, Orwell, Sea Hero Quest, and That Dragon Cancer.
What does that mean? Games for impact.
Games that take on real world issues and advocate for social change. That's the definition on the site.
Uh-huh.
Mike, what's your guess?
Sea Hero.
All right.
Well,
All right.
say you want a revolution, so I'm gonna go with 1979 Revolution.
All right. Eugene?
I've never really heard of any of these, so
Neither have I.
I'm at
You don't know about Sea Hero? What's wrong with you?
Sea Hero Quest.
Same thing's wrong with me.
I'm gonna go with 1979 Revolution Black Friday.
He's not doing that to spite me.
Just shot in the dark.
All right.
I appreciate the support.
The only game on this list that I've actually seen a lot about and a lot of positive things about is That Dragon Cancer. So I'm going to take that one.
Okay.
All right. The two biggest categories left.
One of these upset me too.
Best game direction. Nominees are Blizzard for Overwatch, DICE for Battlefield 1, id Software for Doom, Naughty Dog for Uncharted 4, and Respawn for Titanfall 2. Mike, what you got?
Gotta go with Battlefield 1, man. At least they went someplace unique.
Okay, good call. I mean, that's a good argument.
I back you up. Same reason, Mike. I was thinking the same way. Everyone talked about it was such a great idea to go for World War I, get away from the futuristic stuff, and I think people really grasped that idea. So I'm with you too, buddy.
All right, yeah. Eugene, what you got?
I'm not with you guys. I'm gonna go with Uncharted.
Never liked Jenny.
Yeah.
Nobody likes you.
Doesn't matter what you think, Mike.
This does.
All right, so
I'll pull the fucking internet right now in this shit.
Put a poll up.
Easy, Trump. Yeah,
now.
the polls say.
All right. For me, I know it's probably going to be Naughty Dog because everybody loves Naughty Dog. But when you look at the actual definition of this category, which is outstanding creative vision, game direction, and design, I love the creative vision behind Battlefield 1. I think it's such a departure.
For sure.
I love the map design. I think it's fantastic. Just every detail is so well done. And the maps, spanning a continent, you feel like you're in a totally different place every time. So I love it. I'm going to go with that. I totally understand if Naughty Dog wins because they're a great studio, but I'm kind of pulling for DICE on this one. All right.
See you on Maury.
Last one. Game of the Year. Nominees are Doom, Inside, Overwatch, Titanfall 2, and Uncharted 4. Mike, what's your Game of the Year?
Yeah, this is not I can't do this one fairly because I've never played Uncharted 4. But by the list, it's more than likely going to be Overwatch from the popularity.
Okay. Graham.
Yeah, I've never played Overwatch, but all I've been hearing how good Overwatch is and all this stuff, so I'm gonna go with Overwatch as well.
Eugene.
I know you're gonna go for Uncharted, but I think
Shut up, man. Let me just talk. My personal game of the year is not on here. Gears of War 4. That is my personal game of the year. I'm gonna have to go with out of all these. I know you guys are pulling for Overwatch, and I kind of agree with you just because of popularity. But in regards to the single player story and the multiplayer, it's going to be Uncharted. You called it. You called it, Graham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
it's a good argument.
Yeah, it is.
I see. I see the argument for Overwatch, and I think there's a very good chance it wins. Titanfall 2, I don't think the campaign's quite good enough to warrant Game of the Year. I think the Gears of War campaign is far, far better. Doom's very good. Inside is fantastic, but I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to Uncharted. I think. I'm not saying that. I'm not. This is a prediction of what I think is going to happen. When I predict the Yankees to win the World Series, I'm not happy about it. But I do think it's going to be Uncharted.
They'll probably throw all these out and just put Pokemon up there.
Just because it's the last game of the series, most likely. We'll see, but or at least
I really don't think so.
At least of the series proper, they might do like spin-off stuff like that. Or if there's no Uncharted 5, great. But
they might even do like a reboot, like they did with Tomb Raider. You never know, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure this is a franchise that they'll never let go.
No, I think Tyler's right with the spin-off. They'll definitely do a spin-off, maybe with his brother or something. Spoilers, but no.
He has a brother.
Well,
let's not spoil it for everybody, but yeah. So, because I that's a series I want to get caught up on. I actually really want to get the collection, and then play through Uncharted 4. That's the only reason I haven't played through 4 yet, is because I haven't played any of the first 3.
I really want to buy a PS4, but I don't know what's going to push me over the edge. I've been still contemplating.
Oh, you can build bases in No Man's Sky now, Graham. Go, 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 go.
Yeah, no. No Man's Sky is a no Graham buy.
All right, everybody shut up. I want to have a cigarette. Wrap it up.
All right, so...
Wait. I want to make one more mention, though.
No.
Okay. Yes,
there is an award for Best Music / Sound Design, and I'm looking at the nominees, and Fallout 4 is not in there, which had some of the best music ever.
I didn't like the soundtrack in that one.
What?
Oh, now there's going to be a Fallout 4 fight.
Compared to Fallout 3, soundtrack wasn't just that.
Fallout 3 is really good, too. But
it is good, but I mean, it's so repetitive. They only they put like half the tracks in there from Fallout 3. I mean,
But like, I like the style of it and the fact that you can turn it off. You can listen to other stuff. Like, I see where you're coming from, but overall, I think there's some great songs on there.
I think out of all of those on that list for best music of Battlefield.
Yeah, I can go with that. I love the
sounds, just the sounds of the war zones and everything.
Yeah.
Well, I was kind of talking about that with Tyler because I was saying it kind of reminded me of like Game of Thrones and stuff, like when you die and stuff, which I thought was really cool.
Well, you have experience with that.
So not saying I died a lot, though.
So, all right. Let's get us out of here. Graham, the only thing I'm going to say on PS4 is I've said this to you before, but at some point, you got to stop looking for that one game that's worth $400 because no game is worth $400.
Yeah.
So you got to look at the body of work and here's all the stuff I want to play, and all that together on that system is absolutely worth $300 now.
Uncharted 4 is worth $300.
Yeah.
So between Uncharted 4 and I know you want to play the show next year, and then
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, Horizon, God of War, all that stuff. It's worth it. So, All right, that's going to do it for episode number 25 of the Third Son Gaming Podcast. I want to remind everybody, please send in questions via email. You'll be entered in for our giveaways starting next week on the show. So we'll have questions, and we'll announce the winner next week's episode, and then be in contact to get shipping information from there. So like I said, that's it for episode number 25. We'll be back next week with episode number 26, talking about the results of the Game Awards and who came out on top in our predictions. So for Mike, Graham, and Eugene, I'm Tyler. Thank you so much for joining us for episode number 25. We'll be back next week with 26. Until then, everybody, stay safe and happy
Bye, guys. Happy Boxing Day.
Yeah.